are going to continue about story. What kind of story is that? Would Balkis go to visit Sulaiman Castle?
Yep.
What was that for? Huh?
Like a party.
Like a party? So Sulaiman and Balkis would hold a party?
Oh, that's like a party. I see.
Like a party invitation?
Yeah, I
Okay,
know
so-
that before.
What kind of story you remember?
That is my secret.
You have a secret?
That's my
Are you
secret.
sure?
That is my secret. I will tell.
Okay. What a beautiful castle that Sulaiman had, right? Do you want to go there? To Sulaiman Castle? Why?
Secret is just story. I can't go there.
Oh, you can. Do you know what crystal is?
Yes.
What is it? Tell me.
A diamond.
Crystal is a diamond? What kind of diamond is that?
Many colorful thing, but it's colorful.
Yes.
It's rainbow color.
Right.
I don't know what happened there. Something
That is a seat of Queen Balkis.
funny.
Yes,
Something funny.
Something strange here has happened.
Maybe someone took that and left the seat
In the castle of Sulaiman?
Yeah.
How? How could that happen? Because the seat of Balkis was protected by the guard. Queen Balkis was so surprised, okay, because she found her
I
own seat.
know someone to took that thing.
The genie. How could you know about it?
I see there.
So you cheated.
You see.
You tricked me.
I see that egg in here, and I
Okay.
see
Okay.
what is happening there,
Yes.
and I see a genie took that.
So Genie is a bad guy.
Who's that? So she took that.
No. I don't think so. I think his master. Who is his master?
I don't know.
His master is Sulaiman. I think Sulaiman ordered him to take the seat. Why this genie did that kind of bad things? Stealing is not a good thing
Yeah.
at all. Yes. Okay, tell me what is really happening here.
And it's in the sky,
Yes, of course, a genie could fly.
but not in the sky, just in the ground.
The point is that the genie could fly. Do you want to be a genie? Why? I think to fly is beautiful.
Never fail.
So you could fly if you were a genie. So you could fly.
They also can fly
Yes.
with their wings.
So which one you choose? To be a genie or to be a fairy?
Say, but the fairy is a girl.
Why? Because fairy is a girl. That's why you want to be a fairy, not a genie.
Because then it's a boy.
What's the name of the genie?
Jin Ifrit. Jin Ifrit.
Do you want to be a genie ifrit? Okay. Actually, King Sulaiman asked Ifrit to replace the throne of the Queen Balkis
Why?
in a very short time.
Why?
And remember this.
Why?
Let me continue talking. Come on. Let me explain you about this. Come on. Not why. Come on. Okay. A genie could fly. A genie could make wishes. A genie could make what? Could move something in a blink of an eye. Ding! So magicals. I think Queen Balkis lost her seat. Yes, because the Ifrit took the seat. But I think the seat.
No, I say that King Bagian and King NABI SULAIMAN will marry.
Will get married.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop right there. Okay, stop right there. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about the real story. Queen Balkis realized her mistake. She finally believed in Allah. See, who is our God?
Allah.
Who is Sulaiman's God?
Allah.
Who is Balkis' God?
No.
Huh?
Allah.
But you once told me that the God of Queen Balkis is the sun.
Because now Queen Bagian now Allah is our God. Now I say that it's Allah.
So, at last, Queen Balkis believed in Allah. And so, our God is just the same thing. How could that happen? So that at last, this will be a happy ending story. Sulaiman,
They married.
yes, Sulaiman and Queen Balkis get married.
At last, I know King NABI SULAIMAN and Queen Balkis will get married.
Okay.